Well, this is not the way you want this thing to close out. There's a lot to unpack here.
He's had a lot to sort out. Didn't even see the Fantas.
Welcome to Instant Replay presented by Cheez-It. It's our first midweek episode of the year. I'm Andrew Wiebe with Charlie Davies, and the same two words get us started no matter the day.
Let's go.
And let's get physical. That's what Colorado and Sporting Kansas City did at the end of this 2-1 game that Sporting Kansas City won. Huge win for them. First, you have Austin Trusty's second yellow card and ensuing red. Charlie, you agree?
Yes, I do agree. He's not going towards goal, but it's late and it's from behind. You're on a yellow, you know you can't make these type of challenges.
Oh, and that's just the appetizer before the main course of, in this case, unfortunately for all involved, you don't want to see it, violent conduct. We have 3 red cards here. 96 minute. Chonas is on the break once again. Here comes Michael Barrios. I think Barrios pokes the ball away. Sporting Kansas City, they do not think that Barrios poked the ball away, and things get heated. Here's Daniel Shalhoub kicking the legs out from under Nicolas Mosqueda. Lucas Estevez? Nah, he's not having that. He doesn't like it. He gets a running start. 2 hands into the back. Push. And we don't quite see it the first time around, but here's Andreu Fontas with 2 hands to the neck of former teammate Diego Rubio. Drew Fisher, the referee, and VAR Daniel Radford have a lot to sort out here, Charlie. They go to the monitor. The end result, that yellow card to Shalhoub, rescinded. It's a red card. Red card to Fontas, red card to Estevez, and I can't for the life of me find a way to argue with any of this. This is violent conduct by the book. You can't kick somebody's feet out from underneath them. It's excessive force. It's endangering. You're not playing the ball. You can't get a running start and shove somebody in the back with force. That's a red card, and you darn tootin' can't put 2 hands around the neck of an opponent.
You're right. You can't argue with any of it. You get a red card. You get a red card. Oh, and you get a red card.
It's like Oprah, but with violent conduct. And yes, it sounds like we're joking and having a little bit of fun with this, folks, but I just want to reiterate, in your men's league, in your youth league, in MLS, violent conduct is not right. Don't do it. All right, here's a play that flooded my mentions last night, Charlie. Austin FC fans think it's justice. LAFC fans think it's a miscarriage of justice. 2-1 game Austin in LA. 89th minute, Diego Palacios is getting cheeky, see what I did there, in the box. He tries to drag the ball around Kip Keller, and what's that I see? That looks like contact to me, Charlie. It was called no PK on the field by referee Armando Villarreal, but Edwin Jurasevich, the VAR, said, whoa, go take a second look. Villarreal does, and he says no PK. Do you agree with Villarreal's judgment on this one?
I don't agree with Armando Villarreal's judgment on this. It is clear and obvious that Kip Keller makes contact with Palacios' left foot without touching the ball. There's enough force to bring him down, and for me, no contact on the ball, regardless if Palacios is in possession, because you can see he misses the drag with the right foot. And so people might say, hey, he's not in possession, but if I'm in the box and I'm playing a pass to a teammate who could eventually score, and I get slide tackled and I get taken out, that's worthy of a pen, and I'm not in possession of the ball. That's just one example. For me, this should be a penalty. It's clear as day that the defender made contact with the player, bringing him down and not making contact with the ball.
I completely agree with you, Charlie. I hear some Austin fans saying, well, he let himself down easy. He was looking for it. No, that's not the way it happened. Cheeky Palacios, you can see, is not actually planted. Just as his foot comes down, the foot that was contacted, and the only foot that's on the ground, he gets taken out. I'd like to see any of you stay on your feet in that situation. Contact, as you said, clear and obvious. Doesn't matter to me that he's not in possession. By the way, Austin, they're not in possession either. To me, this should have been a penalty kick. It should have been an opportunity for LAFC to even this scoreline.
Even if the player is looking for the pen, even if you still can't make contact with a player in this fashion and not be awarded a penalty.
It's not negligible. I think that's what we're saying. All right, let's rewind it back in this game to the 13th minute. It's Austin's first goal, and I had a lot of people tweeting at us saying this should not have stood. That ball is not touching the corner kick circle when Diego Fagundez takes it. Well, first of all, it doesn't have to be touching the line. The sphere just has to be over the line, and you've seen how difficult that is to judge on goal line situations. So 1, we don't know that it's clear and obviously not over the line. 2, it's not eligible for review under the IFAB buckets. We told you this earlier in the year on that moving RSL free kick that led to a goal. So one, not clear and obvious that it's not over the line, and two, it's not eligible for review anyway. Just got to defend better, LAFC. All right, to fire Red Bulls we go. 18th minute, Omir Fernandez in the box. John Espinoza, I don't know what he's doing, Charlie. Ted Uncle calls a penalty. Agree, disagree?
I will say, once this penalty is called, which I think is very soft, it's hard to overturn because there is contact. However, man, Omir is smart because at the last second he goes down pretty easy, but once it is called, it is a penalty.
Oh, come on, Charlie. Espinoza charges him down from the back. It is smart, but I know a certain someone, his name might rhyme with Smarly Smavies, who would have eaten a turf sandwich on this one too. 79th minute, Patrick Klimala. He wants a penalty after a collision with Gago Slanina. This is Poland on Poland international, potentially crime. What do you think?
This one's a little tricky because both players are coming into the space and neither of them play the ball. However, let's listen to New York Red Bulls' Shep Messing and what he thinks on this play.
Never going to get a call on that.
Yeah, he thinks that's not going to be a PK. I agree with you. It looks a little bit awkward, but neither are playing the ball. Contact's part of the game. Play on. How about this Luquinhas play in the 82nd minute? This looks like more of a penalty kick to me. I can't tell from the angle that we have whether or not the fire defender gets the ball and then maybe ankle or just gets ankle and foot. Either way, I think there's a clear possibility of a penalty kick here, but if I was the video assistant referee, Guido Gonzalez Jr. in this case, I would have said no clear and obvious error here, play on, because I don't have anything definitive that tells me for sure that this was a penalty kick.
Agreed with you, Wiebe.
All right, let's go bang, bang, Minnesota Galaxy. 27th minute, Minnesota wants a penalty on Raheem Edwards. Should they get it?
In my opinion, no. This is a dive. Look at how
he lets him go, man. He lets the legs go.
Look at how he lets it go. No, you're not getting a pen for that.
But you're definitely getting a pen in the 80th minute when Michael Boxall has that chicken wing all the way out there and a ball slams off it. That's a handball, folks. And it's also going to be a clear handball on Brendan Hines-Ike in that NYCFC DC game. He, closes his eyes, Charlie. He puts his head down and extends his arm. He's asking for it.
Rule number one as a defender, always look at the ball when you're making contact with it, especially in the box.
And rule number one is anybody who enjoys, watches, or just hate watches instant replay. If you see something, say something. Get at us on Twitter every single night of MLS action. We're watching, you're watching, and we want to hear from you. And as always, big thanks to our producer, Rich Hernandez, and our editor, Phil Lavanco, making us look, well, as good as we can look, Charlie. I'm Andrew Wiebe, and we'll see you next time.